Aston Villa versus Everton prediction. Home team determined to secure all 3 points. Aston Villa will host Everton at Villa Park in the 22nd round of the Premier League, a match the home team enters with great confidence. Unai Emery and Appo's team is showing extremely consistent form whenever they play at home, where they not only maintain an impressive scoring rate but also demonstrate superior control of the game against their rivals in the same group. On the other hand, Everton, while always loyal to a disciplined and physically strong defensive style, often struggles when playing away, especially on trips to Villa Park. The head-to-head history also clearly favors Aston Villa, and in the context of needing to accumulate maximum points to chase the top teams, the home team has every reason to aim for all 3 points in this match. Aston Villa will host Everton at Villa Park in the 22nd round of the Premier League, a match that clearly reflects the difference in form and playing style of the two teams at the moment. With home advantage and a superior head-to-head record in recent seasons, Aston Villa is considered the favorite before kickoff. Unai Emery and Appo's team enters this match with great confidence after their 2-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur in the FA Cup. In that match, Aston Villa not only advanced but also demonstrated their ability to control the game with 60% possession, organized fluid play, and created many dangerous opportunities towards the opponent and Appo's goal. Villa and Appo's attack is maintaining a relatively stable performance, having scored in 5 of their last 6 matches in all competitions. However, a drawback lies in their defense, as they have conceded in all 5 matches during the same period, showing a certain lack of solidity in their transitional defensive play. Nevertheless, Villa Park remains a significant advantage for Unai Emery and Appo's team. Aston Villa have been unbeaten in their last 8 home Premier League matches, a streak that clearly reflects their stability in their approach to the game and their ability to capitalize on their familiar home ground. More notably, they have never lost to Everton in 13 consecutive Premier League encounters, a statistic that is overwhelming and creates a clear psychological advantage for the home team before this match. Conversely, Everton recently drew 1-1 with Sunderland in the FA Cup before being eliminated on penalties. Although they couldn't and Appo's advance, the Toffees and Appo's performance still showed discipline in their gameplay. However, Everton and Appo's recent form leans more towards pragmatism and safety, as evidenced by the fact that 5 of their last 6 matches ended with low goals, averaging only 2.17 goals per game. This style of play helps Everton limit risk, but at the same time significantly reduces their ability to create breakthroughs in attack. Everton and Appo's away record against Aston Villa is also not very encouraging. The Toffees have failed to win in their last 6 visits to Villa Park in the Premier League. Nevertheless, they have a bright spot in their last 2 away games, remaining unbeaten, showing that Everton and Appo's defensive system and ability to maintain team shape are still functioning relatively well. Looking at recent head-to-head history, Aston Villa continues to hold the advantage, winning 3, drawing 2, and losing only 1 in 6 encounters with Everton since August 2023. The most recent Premier League match between the two teams ended in a 0-0 draw, clearly reflecting the tight and cautious nature of their encounters. However, with their impressive home form and ability to control the game and create numerous attacking opportunities, Aston Villa is likely to be the more proactive team, pushing forward and imposing their style of play. Everton may cause some difficulties with their counter-attacking style and patient organization, but under constant pressure at Villa Park, the task of securing points for the visitors is considered far from easy. Considering key factors such as form, home advantage, and head-to-head record, Aston Villa clearly holds the upper hand. Everton may be able to hold out for a while, but the chances of leaving Villa Park with a positive result are very low. In terms of personnel, Aston Villa enter this match with some notable losses in midfield as Amadou Onana, Boubacar Kamara, and Ross Barkley are all absent due to injury. The absence of Kamara, a key player in interceptions and transitions, will certainly affect the home team and Appo's ability to control the midfield. However, with the presence of energetic and experienced players like Yuri Tielemans and John McGinn, Aston Villa still have enough options to maintain a balance between attack and defense. On Everton and Appo's side, The situation is even more difficult as they are without Jack Grealish and Michigan AEL Keane is suspended, while a host of other players such as Carlos Alcaraz, Jared Branthwaite, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, Seamus Coleman, and Tim Iroegbunam are all sidelined due to injury. These absences significantly impact Everton and Oppo's squad depth, particularly in defense and midfield, areas already under intense pressure in recent matches. Regarding the expected lineup, Aston Villa will likely field Emiliano Martinez in goal. The back four of Matty Cash, Ezri Konsa, Victor Lindelof, and Ian Maatsen will offer a combination of experience and attacking support from the flanks. In midfield, Tielemans and McGinn will play a key role in controlling the tempo and setting the pace, while Morgan Rogers and Emiliano Buendia will directly support Ollie Watkins, the main striker who has maintained consistent goal-scoring form recently. Everton are expected to field Jordan Pickford in goal, with a defense consisting of Nathan Patterson, Jake O'Brien, James Tarkowski, and Vitaly Mykolenko. The Toffees and Oppos, midfield, featuring James Garner and Tim Iroegbunam, will focus on winning back possession and tackling, while Dwight McNeil and Harrison Armstrong will be responsible for stretching the defense and creating chances on the flanks. Up front, Jack Grealish and Thierno Barry are expected to provide creativity and capitalize on rare counterattacks. In terms of form, Aston Villa are showing relative stability, winning 3, drawing 1, and losing only one of their last 5 matches. They have scored 8 goals but also conceded 7, reflecting a team that plays an attacking style but still has gaps in their defense. Meanwhile, Everton have had a more modest run of form with 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in the same period, scoring 6 goals and conceding 6, numbers that show balance but a lack of clear breakthroughs. Recent head-to-head history between the two teams also slightly favors Aston Villa. In the last 5 encounters, the Villa Park side won 2, drew 2, and lost only 1. While Everton have sometimes caused difficulties for their opponents, overall they Haven and Oppos been able to create a clear advantage when facing Aston Villa in this period. Considering all factors such as squad strength, lineup, form, and head-to-head history, Aston Villa clearly have a significant advantage going into the match. Everton, with a depleted squad, will have to rely heavily on discipline and solidity in their play, while the home team has the basis to proactively control the game and seek a positive result at home. Based on recent goal statistics, Aston Villa is showing a rather open style of play. In their last 5 matches at Villa Park, a total of 15 goals have been scored, averaging 3 goals per game. This reflects the proactive attacking style of Unai Emery and Oppos' team, but also shows that their defense ISN and Oppos' entirely solid, frequently allowing opponents scoring opportunities. Conversely, Everton has scored a total of 12 goals in their last 5 matches, averaging 2.4 goals per game, indicating that the Toffees and Oppos' matches are generally low-scoring and largely decided by tight play. However, in the context of direct confrontations, the goal-scoring scenario becomes much more cautious. Specifically, the last 5 encounters between Aston Villa and Everton have only seen a total of 9 goals scored, averaging just 1.8 goals per game. This is a relatively low number, clearly reflecting the cautious nature of both teams and Oppos' approach, prioritizing safety and minimizing risk whenever they face each other. With this trend, the likelihood of the upcoming match having fewer than 3 goals is very high, especially considering Everton will likely play defensively to limit pressure from the home team. Regarding corner kicks, Aston Villa is maintaining a fairly high frequency. In their last 5 matches, they have taken a total of 46 corner kicks, averaging 9.2 per game, showing their ability to organize attacks down the flanks and frequently pressure their opponents. Everton is also not far behind with 44 corner kicks in their last 5 matches, averaging 8.8 per game, reflecting their ability to create a certain level of pressure, especially when they need to score. Furthermore, the head-to-head history also supports a high corner scenario. In the last 5 encounters between the two teams, a total of 51 corner kicks have been generated, averaging 10.2 per match. With these relatively high statistics, the match at Villa Park is likely to continue to see a highly contested game on the flanks and more than 9 corner kicks. Regarding yellow cards, Aston Villa has been receiving quite a lot of penalties recently. Specifically, they have received 23 yellow cards in their last 5 matches, averaging 4.6 cards per game, demonstrating their physically demanding and aggressive style of play. Everton, despite playing more disciplined, still received 14 yellow cards in the same period, equivalent to 2.8 cards per game. In the previous match, combining direct confrontations, the last 5 encounters between the two teams have seen a total of 26 yellow cards, averaging 5.2 cards per match. Given the tense nature of a Premier League match, the likelihood of more than 3 yellow cards in the upcoming 90 minutes is very high. Concluding data on goals, corners, and yellow cards, Aston Villa still holds the advantage thanks to their home form and ability to create continuous pressure. Everton may organize a tight defense and cause some difficulties, but it is difficult for them to pull off an upset. Based on the above analysis, a scenario where Aston Villa wins by a safe margin and keeps a clean sheet is entirely reasonable. Predicted score: Aston Villa 2, Everton 0. Before kickoff, Aston Villa clearly holds more advantages from their home form, consistency in playing style, and superior head-to-head record. Although Everton may pose considerable difficulties with their tight and disciplined style of play, if they play to their full potential, the Villa Park side are still capable of securing all 3 points to continue chasing the top teams. The match promises to be tense, not overly explosive in terms of goals, but rich in tactical depth and fierce in every tackle. Before concluding this news report, Don and Appos, forget to like if you found the analysis helpful, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the Global Football Insight channel to not miss our daily in-depth analysis and predictions. And most importantly, leave your own score prediction in the comments. Will Aston Villa win by a large margin, or will Everton pull off an upset? Your opinions are what make each Global Football Insight news report so engaging.